Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Comic John here, and I am just out of my mind excited for the new Star Wars movie, and the screeners got to see it last night, so people that had no involvement in the movie finally got to see it last night, and from what I have seen, the reviews are positive. The reviews are in, and they are positive. Now, that is interesting to me for a couple reasons. I feel like people's opinions of this movie mean so little to me now, more than ever before, because of what happened with the reactions from The Last Jedi. Because, if you remember, the day or two before The Last Jedi came out, all the reviews from the screeners, all the people that get like the access to the movie before the regular public, not like the cast and crew, but like the critics. The critics loved The Last Jedi. They said it was like the most groundbreaking Star Wars ever. Then the fans watched it. And that's, where we all were split down the middle. Even more than we are on the prequels. So it's not really a big deal to me if one group of human beings likes or doesn't like something, because there hasn't been a Star Wars movie that I haven't enjoyed, even the prequels. Now, I do remember walking out of The Phantom Menace and being like, I felt like we didn't need that. Maybe we only needed the last hour of that movie at the most. But I still loved it. Attack of the Clones, loved it. Revenge of the Sith, love it. Now, I loved Force Awakens. And my immediate reaction after The Last Jedi was that it was fucking great. Yes, there were things that I wanted. They didn't happen. And that's kind of what made me enjoy it even more. My expectations were subverted. There was things I didn't expect to happen. And ultimately, it made sense. I mean, if you really want to dig into Last Jedi, it made so much sense. Logically, without just being an overload of fan service. So here are the two complaints that I've heard so far about the Rise of Skywalker by Lucasfilm, Disney Plus, Kathleen Kennedy, George Lucas, J.J. Abrams. Let me get all the names out there for the algorithm. I hear there's too much exposition, and I feel like that's someone who's stupid. There's too much story, but that's what it is. We're watching a story. What do you mean there's too much story? Like, when you watch a story, do you only want a little bit of a story? Like, when you are eating a good meal, do you want too much of that good meal? Yes, because I don't want not enough. So, okay, too much exposition, which is such a snobby film term. Right, too much plot, too much like, okay, we gotta do this to do this, and then we gotta do this to do this. So the only way to do that is to do this. And I can definitely see JJ doing that. I can definitely see any storyteller doing that with Star Wars, because you don't want to miss anything, you don't want to leave anything out, you don't want insane crazy fans to be disappointed in your finale of this story. It's JJ's take on what the finale should be of the Skywalker saga. Okay, so I heard too much story, too much plot, too much explaining, and that the Emperor stuff was weird. Now again, this is out of like 20 reviews. I saw 2 people mention this. If I had a complaint, I would say too much plot, Emperor looked weird, and that it fell flat. Now, a few of those negative critics have said there are some highlight moments in this movie that are crazy, that went really, really bold, really, really daring, risky, which I fucking love. That was what about The Last Jedi stood out to me. Catch me by surprise, catch me off guard, show me something I didn't think of in my head, and I'm awesome. And if you show me something that I did think of, even more awesome, because then I have some speck of self-confidence in my storytelling. But guys, I know we still have like 3 days until like everyone can go see it. I'm seeing it Thursday, 6:40 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. As soon as I get out, I'll do my instant review, and then I think CJ and finally Andrew is going to join us for our Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, the Skywalker Saga finale, episode 9 spoiler review. And that'll come, I believe, Friday night. We'll do that, and I'll get the video out Saturday morning. Hopefully by then, most fans, most good fans, will have seen it already. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I just wanted to kind of touch on how I just remember Last Jedi, the whole world loved it when the critics got to screen it. And then 2 days later, it was like everybody hated it. And that's because you have a big group of people, a lot of them Star Wars fans, but a lot of them not. You know, like a lot of them not fans. So they just want a fun movie. They're not looking for anything like specific. You know, like they don't have a like a predetermined or a preconceived idea before they go into a movie, because they're not these crazy hardcore fans like us that think about it, you know, when they're not watching the movie. You know, they're just, oh, here's a great movie. This was fun. And I kind of thought Star Wars was this, but what Rian Johnson did here is totally different, and it was great. And then all the fans came in with their expectations, and the rest is The Last Jedi history. So I feel like no matter what the reviews are, guys, this movie is for you. This is not a movie that you are you know, don't let someone else's thoughts and dissection breed your own experience, okay? I'm going into this thing just excited, and it's gonna take a lot for me to leave and not be in a good mood. But that'll be it for me, guys. I'll see you Thursday. It's Wednesday. We're doing CJ's first time watching the final in the original trilogy, The Return of the Jedi. He'll be watching that for the first time. He's gonna come on and have questions for me. And then Thursday, it's time to rise. They're gonna see it later that night. I'm gonna see it at 6:40. So I will have my Insta review, my hot take review for you immediately Thursday night. And then we're gonna do a little deep dive about the movie on Friday with everyone. Hopefully Andrew can make it. Anyway, we'll see you then, guys. I love you. Bye.